Alright guys, I'm going to be real honest with you here. I don't think I dressed nice enough for this occasion. You'll have to excuse me while I adjust my side bladders. I inflate them in my factory Recaros I've got here. This is awesome. Well, I really haven't even started yet, and this car already blows me away. I still need to adjust though, because I'm 3 freaking feet tall, and I can't see over the dash. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and disengage my electronic parking brake, which is just mind-blowingly awesome. Let's see what this puppy does. Oh, that's nice. Wow. Yeah, this is a powerful wagon right here. I'm trying to figure out another way to say it hauls ass. And you know, as crazy as that was, I'm gonna go ahead and turn traction control back on. I'm gonna turn my AC on, and now I have a quiet, luxurious car. Alright, so I want to start you guys off with a little bit of information about this car. This is a Cadillac CTS-V Wagon, and it is probably the most awesome, most unique color of red that I've ever seen. I was actually talking to the owner, and he said that they only made like 550 of these, so that's pretty cool. So, it's a CTS-V. What is a CTS-V? Some of you guys don't know. This thing is powered by a 6.2 liter supercharged V8. But other than that, I'm not Wikipedia. I'm not going to sit there and shout at you just random specifications. This car comes with like 500 something horsepower, but this car doesn't have 500 something horsepower. Moving on, aside from that, that is transferred to one of the most solid 6-speed transmissions I have ever used. Granted, he has a short shifter, but I mean, I know what a short shifter does, and I can tell you that this thing is just, it's the most solid. There's no room for error when you're shifting in this thing. At least, you know, that's what I'm thinking right now. A lot of you guys like to know the differences between the, you know, the types of clutches and how the clutches feel in the different cars that I drive. This car was kind of janky to get used to at first. The biting point of the clutch, or the friction point, whatever you want to call it, was pretty, it was just odd. I think it's more of the combination in this car of the weird biting point and the point to where your throttle actually starts applying power. Really weird at first. I didn't stall. I'm usually pretty good at that, but it was pretty weird. I have to say that, you know, the reason why I love the CTS-Vs is not just because they're fast, which they are, they're still a Cadillac. Like, even though I'm sitting in one of the most amazing seats, which, by the way, these are actually the same seats that you see in an Audi R8, which is kind of cool because, I don't know, I mean, it's an Audi R8 seat I'm sitting in. This is the same Cadillac that you would see that, you know, some crazy 50, 60, 70-year-old dude would drive because he's got too much money to blow on a car, but he wants to have a nice time when he's driving from point A to B. It can still be that car, and that is what I have really always kind of loved this car for. It's extremely luxurious sitting in these. I'm not even, like, it blows my mind hole that this car is as nice as it is, but also as fast as it is for the price that it's at. I mean, this car is seriously awesome. So yeah, you know what? I could fanboy over the inside and the outside of this car all day long, but I'm not going to. I'm going to tell you how this thing drives. Here we go. So this car is extremely forgiving. You know, when the steering starts getting janky, which it doesn't at all, I don't know why I said it that way, but when it starts to get hard to control, or whenever you just hit power in a lower gear, this car is extremely forgiving. I think it's probably because it's so heavy, but you know, it seriously is very forgiving. Oh man, this is good. So one thing I've really started to like about this car so far is the traction and stability control system that it's got. Some cars are just really, really bad, especially boosted ones. Some cars are really, really bad about just having huge power cuts whenever you start to hit traction control. This car is really, really good at not losing power, but just stopping the wheels. That's what it feels like. And aside from that, when traction control's off, you can go into competitive mode, which is, well, traction control off. What the factory will tell you is that your tires will spin, but the ass won't slide around. So essentially what that means is you're going to have traction control off, so your tires will spin and do whatever they want, obviously, but stability control is still going to get on. You can turn stability and traction control off as well. But those of you who are just super pro at Forza, having stability control off is not always the smartest thing. You know, you can do that on a track, but I would not do that on a public road. Oh, we are going off-roading. I'm going to go ahead and back up right now. This is such a... All right, going back up. Oh, that is awesome. I don't know if you guys can see this right now. I think you can. The nav screen just popped up when I went into reverse. That is the coolest thing in the world. And now I'm going in first. Oh, yes. Oh man. Same conversation about what we just had. The traction control, yes, you can spin the tires. But, wow, this car does an amazing job in making sure that it stays in the same direction you're wanting to go. One thing, and you can obviously expect this out of this car, is it feels like it's a pretty heavy car, which it is. It's like 4,400 pounds or something along those lines from factory. But at the same time, it's tolerable and it's correct. It's applicable considering the power that it's got. Considering the weight, it is kind of hard to brake in some parts, but really it's not really that bad. I'm actually really surprised at how just great this car is. This is really awesome. Oh my goodness. I want one now. Wow. I think my ears just went to the back of my head. That was cool. This thing, oh yeah, it does stop. That's awesome. The owner has, he's driven this thing properly. I mean, he's driven this through corners, just like I am doing right now. And he's driven it on tracks. He's taken it to drag strips. He drives the piss out of it. And that's what's great, because there's a lot of people that get cars like this and they just let them sit in their garage. A really funny thing that the owner was telling me was that you can always tell when these things are taken to the track, because the factory brakes are like a silverish color, something like that. Well, when you stomp on them enough, they literally turn from silver to like yellow, to a goldish color. That's not factory that you're seeing that. So if you see these with a goldish caliper, that's because they drove the piss out of it, and they drove it how it should have been driven. As I always say, I can still have fun in a car that is extremely powerful. This car is extremely powerful, but the best part about it is it can still be applied to the corners. I mean, it's awesome. This is absolutely nuts. I had really, really, really high expectations for this car whenever I hopped in it, because this is very high up on my list on the cars that I'm going to build someday, or just have someday. And I'm not going to lie, I have not been let down. Oh man, here we go. So that, I just apexed. I just hit that apex just right, and this thing is just powering. It's flashing red at me. That means I'm doing it right. Oh, this is so good. It's so easy to correct. This car is fat. It's a fat blob of awesomeness, and it's just so easy to drive. This is not supposed to be happening, but it's awesome. This is great. It kind of scares me how much my mind is exploding because of this car. It's like it's a limo. It's a little mini limo. I can't even right now. You know, if you want to do a burnout, damn it, you can do a burnout. If you want to go fast in corners, then go fast in corners. If you want to go fast in a straight line and get grip and just have the time of your life, you can do that in this car. Man, I'm sold. Windows are going down because I like loud noises. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I'm really excited to actually get behind the wheel and start reviewing some cars again. I've got a lot more incoming. Follow my Wheelwell account and his as well. Chris's Wheelwell is going to be in the description. If you want to know more about me or anything like that, everything you pretty much need to know is in my description. I've got my social media. You can follow me on Instagram. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button because, well, several reasons. Because I like to do fast car things. I like to do race car things. I like to do a lot of things, and I have different types of videos, and I love this Valentine one because it actually tells me which direction the cops are at. Totally sidetracked. Subscribe to get more of my ADD brain in your life because it's great. Anyways, usually it takes me forever to do this, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it off in a super awkward way. Peace out, guys. You guys rock. Hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time. I drive a Ford. Look at my Ford. It's 27 feet off the ground. And I don't care. I'll cross the double yellow all day.